you guys so much for watching, and today we're going to be doing a neutral eye with a pop of color, and you can either do a nude lip or a bright lip, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you two different options to do, and if you guys want to take a look at this look, take a looky look at the look, you guys can stay tuned, and here we go. Hey guys, it's Danny, welcome back to my channel, and today we are doing a makeup tutorial. So we're going to be doing a neutral eye with a pop of color underneath, and I'm so excited to show you. I'm doing this from square one, almost square one. I actually do have some mascara left over from today, so I wiped off my face just to do this makeup tutorial for you guys. So all that I have on is my moisturizer. I just put my Professional primer on my face. After that, we're going to be using the Bare Minerals Bare Skin foundation, and this is just a sample I got from Sephora because I'd heard nothing but really good things about this foundation, so I really wanted to try it. Mixed it up, and I'm just going to be using my Mary Kay liquid foundation brush. They say that you have to use their brush that they give you. I didn't really want to buy it just to try out the foundation. I really look for foundations that give you a really healthy glow and make you look really dewy. I know that because I have oily, acne-prone skin, as you can tell, that this one might not be the best choice for myself. I've used it once since I've got it, and it's actually I really like it. And so let me just apply this. I'm going to use my handy dandy compact, and I'll be right back. If you guys are oily, acne prone, I'm going to show you how I cover up my blemishes, just because I'm so a perfectionist about that, and I want to make sure that no redness or anything comes through. Little face demons everywhere. I also have really dark circles under my eyes, so I'm going to show you how I cover those up as well. Now, I just put some over my lips so that when we put on our lipstick, it has a clear, really good base to show up that color, to show that color up. So now that our foundation is done, I just really like how soft and how just smooth it goes on. It doesn't even feel like you're wearing any makeup at all. That's why I really love it. So I'm actually going to start with our concealer. So this one I'm using is the new Mercier High Coverage Under Eye Concealer. I got samples galore at Sephora, so I just had to try them out. And this concealer, if you don't have it, you have to get it because it's amazing. I mean, just a little bit goes a long way. I actually just use my fingers to do this. So I just dab. I have some over on my eyelids too to cover up those veins because we have really thin skin on the eyelids. Then I go down my nose. I know it says it's for only under eye concealers, but I use a lot of stuff for just a lot of multi-purpose. So then I go back in with my finger. Down the bridge of the nose, around the mouth, or sorry, around the nose. So now that my dark circles are covered, I'm gonna go in with my Benefit it's not an under eye concealer, it's just a concealer. It's an industrial strength concealer, boing, and that's what I use to cover up my blemishes. So it looks like this. It's very creamy. And again, I just go in with my fingers. Anytime I use kind of like a wet concealer, like a creamy, it leaves the brush strokes, and so I want to make sure that your fingers are the best tool you can use. So I'm using my fingers. And whenever you have a really big blemish like I have, you want to make sure that you go all around the circumference of the blemish, just so that you do cover that up really well from all angles, not just the top. That is it for covering up my blemishes. blemishes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a setting powder. I use a lot of ecotools brushes, so the one that I'm going to be using right now is the ecotools blush brush to set my powder in my face. So I do also use the MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder. And I just pat it in. And the only places I do it are the places that I get oily. So around my nose, up right here, along my forehead. And then to set some concealer. Perfect. So I'm going to show you how I contour. So what I use, and this is probably a little bit too dark for me just because I used to tan a lot, and so I got this when I was at my super tannest. This is the MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in Natural. So it's pretty dark. It's actually called Dark, in case you're wondering. So what I do is I take my, I like to use a lot of brushes and then use them for my own purpose and multi-purposes. So I'm using the Bare Essentials brush in Flawless Face. This is their powder foundation brush. So all I do is get a little bit, I just tap it, blow off the excess, go down my cheek, underneath my cheekbones, in a line. This is just a little bit of contouring. I'm not going to do a whole lot. And I'm going to go right up outside of the face. Then I'm going to go right underneath my jawline, cylinderize it. Then I like to go a little bit above my, it's right on the outside of my chin. And I don't know, I just really like that contouring technique for me. Then you just blend. Blend, 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 blend. Then what I do is I take that same color, I take another ecotools brush, and I go back in, just take a tiny little bit, this is for my nose, blow off the excess, go right down the bridge, and up into the eyebrow. Down the bridge, up into the eyebrow. Then I go down the side. And sometimes I like to make my nose look a little bit rounder, so I'll just go up and curved line right there. Perfect. So then blush time. I use the same brush from Bare Minerals. Then I go in with this color that I'm using is actually from Love and Beauty by Forever 21, and it's just coral. And but I'm going in. It's very, very pigmented. I really like this blush a lot. So you only need a little tiny bit. It goes a long way. Right on the apples of my cheeks, up toward the temple. Perfect. Love that blush. Just amazing coral color. Now that we've got the blush and the contouring done, we're going to go in with a highlighter. And the thing that I like to do is use MAC eyeshadows for highlighters, because there's some really beautiful colors in the MAC eyeshadows. You can use them for whatever you want. So that's what I'm planning on doing today. So I'm going to take this very frosty, beautiful vanilla white. I will put the name for all of these eyeshadows below, just in case you're wondering what they are. But all I do is I take my liquid foundation brush by Mary Kay, and I just dropping things everywhere. Now that we've gotten everything situated, so again, what I do is I take flat end and I dab it into the eyeshadow. So just like so, just to get a little bit on the brush. That's all I'll use for one cheek. So then what I do is I go in and I just dab it. Right above the cheekbone, right above that blush that we just did. Really beautiful, just frosty glow. Just really love it. Just tap. Then what I do is to emphasize that little roundness that I created in my nose. Tap. And right down the bridge as well. So that's how I do my face. Alright, now that we've done the entire face from contouring to blush to highlighter to concealing blemishes to concealing under eye dark circles, let's go into the eyes and what I do for that. So first things first, I'm going to be using, if you don't have eyeshadow primer or anything, have no fear because you can just use concealer and the translucent powder, because apparently I've had that Urban Decay eyeshadow primer for so long that it just dried up like a little piece of poop. You can see that. It's just not, it doesn't want to come out and it's just super dry. So I used concealer with translucent powder. So that's what I did. Now that we've done our face, we're going to go right into the eyeshadows. So I'm going to go in with, again, this frosty white color. We're going to do a neutral eye with a pop of color. So I'm going to go in with that first. And what I'm going to be using is our MAC 213 brush. So it's just small, a little bit round. And just go in with that and just put it all over the crease. I just want to make sure that it's super all over the crease. Just like so. Apologies for the really poor lighting, by the way. I'm sitting in front of our window. Leaves are kind of shining in the background. My blemishes don't look so good. I'm just setting up a little bit more powder. If you find that your makeup looks a little bit too cakey, you can always go over your face with MAC's Fix Plus, and that will fix any kind of cakiness to your face. So now that we have the frosty white, I fixed some of my face. I'm going to go in with our MAC Wedge, just kind of a warm brown wedge it's called. And I'm just going to be taking, it's an angled, very floofy blending brush from ecotools. I just really like ecotools because they're cheap. They get the job done, and I use all their brushes for multi-purpose things. Take a little bit on that angle, and then what I do is I go in the crease. So I just put a layer of it, and then I'm going to go back and blend it again. So again, I'm not focused on blending right now, I'm just putting the color on. Now is the part where I'm blending. I'm just blending in that crease. I'm going a little bit up to the eyebrow. All about blending. So then I take that same color, and with an angled brush, I want to go in underneath my eye and a little bit. We're going to put a little bit of color, but I also want to make sure I have some dimension under there as well. So I just go from rim to rim. So there's that so far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes. I do have some mascara on right now, but I'm going to reapply it. So what I usually use is Mega Plush Volume from Maybelline. This is just kind of as a primer. I use it because it has oil in it, and that's what makes the eyelashes kind of stay up. I'm just applying very thin. It's just very thin coat. And then what I do is I usually go over it with Miss Manga. I really like this mascara for the upper. And I usually do this after all my eyeshadow is done. But I just wanted to show you real quick since my mascara was already sort of done. And then I usually go on the bottom lashes because I like the brush more. It's the same formula is the Voluminous in Carbon Black, and I go underneath. And this you really would save for after everything's done, just because we have that color, so it's going to get the mascara pretty icky. And I don't know, everybody loves their lashes different. I like it when it's clumpy because I have super little lashes, So anything I can do to just make them stand out, I like. So I like clumpy lashes. Fill in my eyebrows, which we're not done with the eyes yet, but I'm just kind of skipping around. Since my camera quit on me in the middle of putting on some stuff and I didn't even know about it, I'm going to run down everything I just did in between the time that it quit and the time that I had to restart it. So what I did was I went in with this chocolate brown color. We'll get you the names. And what I did was I just went on the outer corner, moved it, blend it into the crease. After that, I did take another brown shimmery color, which this is not for photos, this is for if you're going out somewhere. This is a very shimmery brown, very warm color, so I wanted to just warm up the whole look with that. And I just blended that into the crease as well. Then I took Steamy and put it right underneath my eye for that pop of color. To make it a little bit more brighter, I went back in with Swimming, this beautiful little color right here. Then I took my Maybelline Eyestudio Gel Liner and the little brush it came with. And I just lined my eyes from the outer corner to the middle, then from the inner corner to the middle, and I just met the lines and put a little wing. It's not perfect, so we're gonna go back in and change it right now. And we're almost done. So I took this beautiful shimmery purple color, and it's almost a black. I just kind of like the sparkle. So I took that on my angled brush. I'm just gonna go back over that line and set that liner. And if you don't like gel liner, you can definitely use a liquid. I don't like a liquid just because the line is too harsh. I like something I can smudge and kind of work with and play with. Perfecto. So I just kind of fix the lines. I'm going to take that same color, I'm going to go underneath and give it a little bit more dimension. I'm not lining the inner waterline with anything. So there's that. So now we're going to put on our falsies, and I'm going to use Ardell number 402, which I love these eyelashes. They're my new obsession. And then I'm going to go in with our Revlon Precision eyelash glue, and I'm right here. And I went back over the bottom lashes, which is a little bit more mascara because you can never have too much, of course. So these are the falsies. Now we're going to go in with the other side. So my camera quit again on me. So I did apply both false eyelashes and then I started applying my lipstick. So what I did was I went in with Jordana's 49 Sexy Mauve color. Let's swatch that real quick for you. It's this color, this mauve, beautiful color. Then you can either use a really good pop of color like pink from Love and Beauty. It's a cream lipstick. They're only $3.80, so why not? Very pigmented, that one. So then I went over with Love and Beauty's Natural, and this is this middle middle swatch. And I put a layer of that, and then I also layered it with Cream Cup from MAC, which is this outer pink right there. So I'm gonna go back in with Lipliner, and I'm just gonna add a little bit more dimension. I just like to overdraw a little bit. Put that sexy out. I like the outer corners just because it gives a lot of dimension. So then my very last step, taking that frosty color we've been using, just a little bit of it, I'm going to go over Cupid's bow. There you have it. And I cannot wait to see you guys back again. I'm gonna do a pinup girl look. It's actually my signature pinup that I do. Looks I like more of the classic vintage 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s, even early 60s looks. So I'll be back with more of that. And like this video if you really want to see some more of these. Any suggestions or comments you guys want to see. And then I will be up with some more fitness updates as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, get in contact with me everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr now. So I'll see you guys later and thank you so much. Bye. Hey, I totally forgot the one last thing I always do when I forgot was I draw in my moles. My 2 moles that I love. Here we go. All right. And there you go. Finished. Hope you guys enjoy. Thank you guys so much.